Hey, you guys. Today I'm going to talk about Chasing Dallas Season 2, Episode 2. I just watched it, and it was an okay episode. It wasn't no fireworks or whatever, but hey, it is what it is. Some episodes you get a boom, and some episodes you don't. I think we got a little something at the end, but it was a shade fest. And all in all, it was a real shade fest. I don't know if they trying to see who throws the most shade, but sometimes that can be a little annoying. Like, I'd be like, oh my God, here we go. People be acting like they grown, but then they throw shade, and I'd be like, oh, here we go again. It's one person talk about another person want attention, but then they doing the same thing. I'll be confused. Before I start this interview, make sure you're checking out my boo, Scotty from Mrs. Still Standing. He does great reviews just as well. I'm always going to shout out my boy Scotty. I've been rocking with him for a long time. We support each other. We rock each other. We might not always have the same of opinions of the shows, but I'm going to rock with my boo. That's like my little brother. Love him. Shout out to Chasing Reality for making this show. I love Chasing Reality web series. They be amazing, so I'm always support them as well. Shout out to Reese G, King Kane, and Mark Hill. They all commented on my last video, and so I appreciate that. But let me tell y'all something, because I never want y'all to get it messed up. One week I might like you. The next week I might not. It all is what you give me when the screen is playing. It's never nothing personal, nothing malicious, nothing like that, because I don't know any of you. But one week y'all might see me say something that you might not like. Don't take it personal. I'm only going by what I see on screen. So it is what it is. With that being said, it started off with Reese going to Houston, Texas. I think you said it was called Splash. Let me tell you something, Reese. That wig you had on in the confessional this episode, love it. I don't even rock wigs like that. And I was like, I really, really love it. Probably it's because you touched it so much, so it made you look at the damn wig. But I don't know. Whoever you got it from, let me know. I might want to start rocking those this year. Anyway, yeah, so he's at Splash and we get introduced. Well, he introduced us to Rock. Rock is supposed to be an ex-porn star and an ex-police officer. Oh, I was like, how do that work? How do that work? How do you be a police officer? How do that not like be conflicted in your job and stuff like that? I don't know. I don't know. But I guess now they want to run for president. I don't know if that was a joke. I don't know. But he didn't really say too much. He didn't really give us that much. Dior and his peoples was also there. His boyfriend, his friends, they were also there as well. I something about Dior that I be feeling like he's shady, but I like him. I like Dior. I don't know. Maybe it's just his work. I don't know. I like him. But he shaded the shit out that party. He shaded that party. And I was like, this is when shade. It starts off with shade. From the moment this show starts, it just starts with shade. They shaded the party. What else did he shade? Oh, he said Reese is like the auntie. And I was like, you know what, Reese, you can't even get mad because, yeah, you are. You are more of the auntie of the group. Guiding the people, mentoring, stuff like that. And that's not shade, like, at all. That could be a great thing. Like, you not known as a thought box. You ain't known as a thief. You know what I'm saying? So, auntie, hey, I'll take that. That means somebody look up to you. Trey, I think it said his name was Trey Howard. He's a model. He said his thing was called Style by Howard. I'm going to have to go look it up. I've never heard of him, but I think he's a cute young man. But he's also there. So they start talking about the tattoo party. They start shading the tattoo party about it being in the hood. Like nobody grew up in the hood. I told y'all that just irritates me when people talk about the hood. Like most of y'all didn't grow up in it. So, yeah, they shaded that. They talked about what went on with that. Really wasn't that much. Then I think Reese invited them to the Markel is having a game night. So it was an invite to the game night. That was that with them. Markel is there at Markel's apartment. Reese G goes over there because Markel wants to talk about the whole tattoo party. I'm like, here we go. Come and find out, Markel had took out the nose ring that he got from the tattoo party. I think it was some kind of medical reason why he took the nose ring out. I don't know why people be getting those and not. I don't know. I don't know. But I don't know. Y'all can have that. I remember Scotty saying he was thinking about getting it. I'm like, nah, Scotty, don't do that now. You over 30. Don't do that now. I'm just saying. Markel and he shade Rock. They bring up Rock. Apparently they had something. They know something. He was just kind of really shading Rock. And I was just like, but you know, Markel shades everybody. Every chance Markel gets, Markel shades. Period. I don't care what they're talking about. Markel shades. And I'd be like, would you like that same energy, Markel? That's all I'm saying. Because he shades every chance he gets. So I was over that part. They brought up Aubrey. Reese is like the king, queen, whatever. I ain't trying to shade. Receipts. Like, Reese is always showing these damn text messages. And I'm sitting there like, I can't be friends with people like that. I'm sorry. I understand you be trying to prove you right and all that kind of stuff. Even when Trey did that shit at the end with Kane, I'm like, I don't mess with people that try to keep messages from 2000 and whatever just to bring that back up just in case something happens. Like, no. Or try to prove that I'm right. If people don't believe me, the hell with them. I'm not bringing up no text message to prove what I said or what they said. You either go by what I said, but see, that's when people lie. So you can't go by what they say, because apparently, no. I go by what my friends say. If my friends say, look, this is not what I said, this is what I said, I go by that because they're my friends and they have not put that in me that they would lie to me. So apparently somebody has been made of liars that they have to keep receipts. That's how I be feeling. I be like, why do you have to keep receipts from 3 years ago just to prove that's what was said? Like, no, that's dumb. But y'all are, people, and it's not just Reese or Trey. It be all these people on reality, web series, or TV. I be like, why are we keeping receipts from 100 years ago? This is stupid. Anyway, George and his best friend, Rand, they at his house. And apparently he got a boo that sent him some tip treats. They talked about the tattoo party. It looked like Rand wasn't on George's side with that whole thing, because he kept saying it went left, and it was just the way he was wording things with George. It was like it came from nowhere and all that kind of stuff. Like, George, it came from nowhere with George. I don't know, but to me it played back, and I still feel like I felt last week, the week before, when I said last week when I said Kane started that. Kane should have just let it go. Kane should have let that go, where as far as when he said, you have a clothing line? Kane said, yeah. He said, what's the name? He said, King Kane Clothing or something like that. I think that's what he said. Check him out on Instagram. You can go see what it is. But he said that King Kane Clothing, and he was like, this is what argument started. Because Kane said, you don't know? That right there started that argument. He was like, you don't know because you follow me. That gave that boy room to respond in a shady ass way and say, I follow you. I don't follow your clothing line. And once he said that, that made Kane mad. But to me, Kane, you started that. You should have left that shit at King Kane Clothing. Because even after George, I know I'm going with this, but even after George had explained to you that why he said it is because there were other people that was there that didn't know you, so you could explain your clothing line. That is from a business standpoint. I don't think that George was trying to comfort him in that instant. You are making George a storyline. You are making him popular than it is because you are that bitch. You keep saying, this is what I don't like, especially when it gets to the second season, is when people start saying, I'm that bitch, and people coming for me because I was on here last season, and this, that don't make you that bitch, Kane. Like, on some real shit, and I'm telling y'all, I was such a fan of Kane's last year. I was such a fan, because I did feel like people were coming for him, and stuff like that. But then he started the YouTube channel. People started going over there, and I started to see a little shift. Then when his first episode last week happened, I'm like, Then, Kane, you put in my comments for me to go watch your review. And I went and watched your review. And for you to come off like, I'm that bitch, and they're coming for me because I'm that bitch, and I run shit, and I'm this, and I'm that. I'm like, you? Who is this Kane? Like, what happened? That's how I feel. And that's no shade. I promise, if you know my channel, Kane, or if you try to get to know my channel, you know I'm not coming in no malicious ass way. If you know Scotty the way Scotty say he know you, ask Scotty. I'm not coming in no malicious ass way, because that's not what I'm about. I'm all about supporting people. I'm all about supporting people's brand, making sure they move up, all that. But when you come out and say, I'm that bitch, and you didn't care about the two people that didn't know your clothing line because they're not cast members, what the hell? That's not humble to me. So I don't want to support and rock with people that's not humble. I was so turned off by Kane. Like, I'm just turned off. I'm turned off. I thought I didn't like Markel. You are beating that. Markel didn't do nothing to me this episode whatsoever. He was shading people and shit, but I was like, whatever. But this stuff that he's doing is like, what the hell? Moving on. Ariel had her family situation where she talked about not being supported by her family. Her sister came over to get a dress made. They shaded each other. It was cute. But she just talked about how her family didn't support her, but they used her. And she was like, you can't be used because you know about it or whatever. And I was like, well, at least you own up to that. And I know how that feels. Guess what? I think we all know how that feels of people trying to start our own stuff and, succeed in life. It's always the people that's around you, your closest friends, your closest family. It's the ones that don't support you. It's the ones that's far off. It's the ones that support you. So keep doing your thing. I'm far off. I'm way out here in Vegas. So therefore, I support you. I think your clothes is really cute. I think your style is really cute. So keep doing your thing. That whole meetup with Trey and Kane, I didn't like that because I thought it was a shade fest. Like I said, I don't like when people showing text messages. Just say, this boy flirted with you. You say this boy flirted with y'all. Y'all both got similar stories. So why do we have to prove that this boy flirted with you? This boy said you had an ass. Like, why are we proving that on text messages? I keep text messages from 2012. I thought you were cute, but you're making yourself look ugly, Trey. I'm sorry. And it's not that I'm trying to take up for George, I promise, because I think George is extra as hell. But George know how to play for the cameras. He really just do. But when you guys are just throwing this malicious shade, or you guys are trying to out somebody on some dumb shit, like, okay, he's flirting with y'all. I hate when people get mad because people don't know them. Well, if if you wouldn't have been trying to give up your goodies or your phone number real quick, this is what happens when y'all trying to move on real quick, or getting up in something real quick, and you don't know that person, and then the person get it and act like they don't know you, like you didn't know them, you wasn't in no relationship with them, so you shouldn't, like, now you mad at the consequences of you giving it up to somebody you don't know, whether if it was some goods or a phone number. You gave up something to somebody you didn't know. And there's consequences to that. Oops. I just was like, oh, this is so stupid. This is so stupid. Can we get back to chasing our dreams and our reality? Like, stupid. Anyway, the game night, like I said, everybody was there. I liked it to see Carrie was there. He didn't talk, but I like to see that everybody was there. And the argument started where George said he wanted to apologize to Kane. He said, I apologize, but I want you to apologize to me too. Kane could have been grown and said, you know what, we both said some things. If you took offense to what I said, I apologize as well. No. Kane wants camera time. Kane wants to go extra. Why he calling George all this stuff? Who went extra? Kane did. Sorry, you went real extra on him talking about some, you called him Georgina, first of all. He was like, you know who I am, and that's when he explained to him, it was like, I didn't say I didn't know who you were. I wanted people to know, what did you do? What did we all do? That's what I wanted everybody to go around and say what we did, because there wasn't people in there. That's when he disrespected the other people that was in there, saying they wasn't cast members. He gonna tell him he do way too much. I'm like, maybe I'm watching this a little differently. I'm confused. He gonna tell him to wait on his moment. I'm like, oh, this not being humble is a big turnoff. It's a big turnoff. He's the one. I was turned off. Then it went off. It went off. I'm ready for next week because I want to see why Reese went off. I'm like, wait, this same party, ain't it? I want to see what happened, how that went down. Y'all tell me what y'all thought. I know Kane gonna be mad. But hell, I'm only giving my opinion. It's just my opinion. Y'all don't have to think that way. Y'all can love Kane all day, up and down. I support that. I want y'all to feel the way y'all want to feel. But tell me what y'all felt on this episode. I know it wasn't a lot, but tell me what y'all thought on this episode. I'm going to have to go check out Amani Van Zet, the one that did like the commercial break, because I liked her commentary in that commercial break. I'm going to go check her out. So y'all go check her out just as well. It's all about support. We support Chasing Reality, Chasing Dallas. You guys keep on rocking with Chasing Dallas. They are doing their thing. I'm really enjoying it. Make sure you guys check out Q's YouTube channel. It's Quentin, I don't remember, but y'all know Q from Chasing Atlanta. He also do commentary on all of the Chasing Reality shows. He interviews the cast on the show, so I really like his commentary. Go check him out as well. And I'll talk to y'all in the next Chasing Dallas review. Peace.